Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You've got Indigo Diamond here with another video, again to talk about the latest episode of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 3. So, this week's episode, what did they have to do? So, they had to do 2 looks on the runway again. First look they could bring, second look they had to make. First look was sort of like, a camper's look. So if you're in the UK, think sort of like scouts, Girl Guides, that sort of thing. And then the second look they had to make out of camping equipment, essentially. Before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and tell me down below who are you rooting for. My other half is sad because 2 of his top 3 have now gone. We'll get into that now, and then we'll do looks afterwards, I think. So, Victoria Scone sadly was told she wasn't allowed to come back to the competition, which is very sad to hear. Personally, she was one of my top 3. I was really looking forward to seeing her essentially slay the competition, but unfortunately she hurt her knee. She had to go speak to the doctors, and the doctors were just like, no, go home. So she didn't even appear in this episode. Like, she just was gone, which is really sad. I've seen in interviews, apparently she hasn't been reached out. Well, she hasn't been reached out to and given an open invitation yet to season 4. All we've got to go on really is what was said by Ru in the workroom, which was pretty much like, wasn't it like, oh, I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of her. I guess you could take that as maybe, but Victoria says that's all we've got to go by. She's not personally had anyone reach out to her with an invitation back to the next season. Whether that's true or not, I honestly couldn't tell you. I mean, they've always been very forthcoming with, oh, you can come back next season beforehand, so I don't know why they'd start not doing that now. But at the same time, I feel like it would be really silly not to give her a chance to come back for next season, considering it wasn't it was out of her control that she got eliminated. Bottom 2 this week were Vanity again and Veronica Green. I was really sad to see Veronica go. She was the one that got eliminated this week. It's difficult because it was partially Veronica's fault, because Veronica said she knows she has bad time management skills and she spent a lot of time helping Krystal. I'm very irritated that Krystal didn't bring it up on the runway that she got a lot of help from Veronica and that. I feel like as much as it might not have saved her from the bottom, saved Veronica from the bottom, I still think it would have just been nice to have just that little kind of oh, you know, just so you guys know, yes, this is my concept, but I had a lot of help from other queens being to help me actually construct it. Just to something, because I mean, we've seen that help people in the past. If you think about season 10, Asia O'Hara, I think categorically in the last Ball on Earth runway had I think the worst looks overall. They didn't seem to like any of her looks, but everyone mentioned about how much she helped them, and she ended up being safe. She was low on stage, but she ended up being safe. She was fine. So we'll never know. We'll never know. I mean, she might have said it and it might just not have been aired. I don't know. All I can go by is what I saw on TV, which was she got help from people and she didn't mention it on the main stage. Oh God, excuse me. Don't know where that cough came from. Scarlett Harlot was the winner of this week's challenge. I think I'm just glad it wasn't Krystal again, I think, at this point. Because I don't think I agree with her first 2 wins. And yeah, I didn't want her to win again. So nice to have Scarlett Harlot win. I'm not sure. We'll get into looks now, and I can give my thoughts when we get to it. So first, we'll do it in alphabetical order. It just makes so much more sense. We'll do the look they had to bring first, and then we'll go on to the look that they had to make, essentially how it came out on the runway, which is fine. First up, we have Charity Case in this deranged killer rabbit. Now, I actually really like this look, and I kind of wish she'd been able to be critiqued, because I mean this one was just completely different to like any of the other ones that were on the runway, and apart from that yellow hair, I really like this look. And you know, I just love it's constructed well, it's just well executed, it's completely different, and it just looks good. This episode, Charity did speak out about her HIV status, the fact that obviously I think she said she contracted it when she was like 18, and you know, there is so much stigma around it and things like that. She's like, you know, she would like to be in a relationship, but she doesn't date because of the fact that there's just so much stigma around HIV, and she feels dirty. And honestly, my heart broke a bit for Charity. Like, for me, I mean, I don't have HIV. My partner doesn't have HIV. If I really liked someone and wanted to be in a relationship with them having HIV wouldn't stop me. Like, it just wouldn't. Like, for me, I'm like, I can't really liken it to anything, I don't think, off the top of my head, but I just, it would be a non-issue for me. I'd be like, look, you know, we'll take precautions, whatever we need to do, that sort of thing, but I want to be with you. Your HIV literally does not bother, well, like, it's not going to stop me being with you, the fact that you've got HIV, and I just, it confuses me how this is still such a stigma and still such an issue. I mean, obviously, like, Trinity K. Bonet talked about it on All Star 6 and everything, and just, I don't know, I just wish more people would be more accepting of just, like, everything. And it kind of makes me really sad that we don't live in that sort of world. And, I mean, we may never live in that sort of world, but we can hope, can't we? I mean, you know, my golden rule in life is actually something I got taught in primary school, which is treat others how you wish to be treated. And, you know, I carry that with me, and I think maybe that's why I'm so, I don't want to say okay, because that just does not sound right. You know, why I'm sat here going, yeah, I would, why is that an issue, you know, being with someone that has HIV? Because it's like, well, they have HIV. It's not the end of the world, especially nowadays. So, I don't know. It broke my heart. But yeah, I really liked Charity's first look. Charity's second look that she made, so I like it for the most part. My problem with it was the fact that there was no back to it. And that's literally my only problem. So if just looking at the front of it, I'm like, yeah, fine. I enjoy it. It, you know, it's not anything like, oh my god, it's not as amazing as the first look. But considering she made this, you know, it's a good look. I just obviously wish there had been something when she turned around. Like the rest of the dress. But it's not terrible. It's yellow. I like the hair. I like the pink hair with the yellow. Going on to Teresa May now. I like blue. My other half's favourite colour is blue. I really am not a fan of this outfit. I don't like the sleeves. And the bit around, the like fluffy bit around the head makes me look like she's supposed to be like an Eskimo. So sort of like a, like she'd be camping in like the Arctic or something, but then like none of the rest of the outfit says that to me. So it just doesn't work. It's not my favourite look. Choriza's second look, the one that she made, she said she was going for like a villain. And honestly, like, I can see villain from this. Like, I read villain. I just kind of wish her, like, staff with the owl on had kind of been, like... I mean, it's the sort of thing, considering she had to make all this out of stuff there, I think it's really good. Obviously, if she'd been able to, like, get a concept for this and, like, have designer make it, or maybe be able to just get the materials to make it herself, I would have liked a better staff. I love the hands and the fact that they're just, like, painted red. But I actually really like this look. The judges weren't that fond of it, but I actually think it's quite good. Maybe that's just me, but I mean, I love Choriza. I did not like that first look, but this one's really good. Vaday. Vaday's camper look. She has gone for sort of Jane from Tarzan, also giving you a bit of like Ginger Minger's look from All Stars 6 from that Clashing Patterns runway. I really like this look. I think she sold it really well. My problem in this isn't actually anything to do with the look itself, it's her makeup. Now, just under her eyes, it just looks too white. Like, it just kind of looks almost like it washes out the rest of her eye. And, yeah. I'm not going to say anything about anyone's eyebrows today. I mean, her eyebrows look fine, but I'm not going to say anything about anyone's eyebrows just because mine look really bad today. I went for a draggier look, and I'm happy with my lips. The second one where she had to make it, I like the dress. I don't mind the jacket. I do feel like the point should have been like more like up here, like they're actually sat on her shoulders more than kind of coming down the front. But I do get what everyone was saying. It's sort of like the jacket and the dress were sort of like two different looks. And she's got the like cuffs on the jacket that match the dress, but it still just doesn't really bring it all together. But I mean, it's fine considering she was like really nervous in the challenge. You know, I think she did well. She didn't have anything to be nervous about. Kitty Scott-Claus. I love this look. It's so campy and just really, it just sort of gives me what I imagine Kitty is, just as as a character. Big hair with just such a really cute but really campy outfit. Like, it makes me happy to look at this. It may not be like really over the top or anything, but I don't think outfits always need to be, and I think this is the perfect example of just really camp drag done well. Second look, on the other hand, I did not like this. I'm appreciative of the fact that she was able to sew something and get a look together. I do love the hair. I do really like the hair. I think part of it for me is just I really don't like the look of this material. It does not look good. Yeah, it's not a nice looking material to wear. Moving on, Krystal Versace. This look is very cute. It's very, I want to say retro, because it looks quite sort of like old fashioned, like back in day. It's very good, very cute. I think one of my big problems with Krystal is she looks orange. Like, a lot of the time with her makeup, she looks orange. And I feel like this is something the judges would have called out, be anyone else. But with Krystal, they just don't seem to be mentioning anything. And so the first look is great, apart from the orange makeup. Second look, again, the makeup looks really orange, and it just, I don't know, it just hit me when I was looking at these pictures the other day. I just sat here and went, but she's orange. Her face shouldn't be orange. With this second look, so this is the one she got a lot of help on to sort of get the look together. I don't mind the look. I think the hair looks good with the look. I wish her face wasn't orange. And I don't like the shoe. Not like, I mean, the shoe itself is fine. It's the colour of the shoe I have an issue with, and I just think it's just because, again, it just looks out of place with the outfit itself. I'm glad she didn't win this week. River Medway. I don't like this look. I feel like I understand what she's trying to go for, and I get that she tried to do something different with the map itself being the dress. I just don't think it looks very good. It's not for me. Her second look that she made, the spiky bits here look like they're like different sizes and slightly different shapes. Apart from that, I actually really like this look. I think it's really cute. I would have liked a different shoe. Again, I don't like the colour of the shoe with the rest of that look. I maybe would have gone with a black, maybe a red. But apart from that, you know, it looks very cute. Scarlett Harlot. So, winner of this week's challenge. This look, I get, you know, she was going for sort of more Hunger Games sort of vibe. The look itself, I don't have a problem with. The problem I have with this look in general was how she sold it down the runway. Like, she seemed really nervous and like she didn't believe in what she was trying to sell. Only problem with that. Apart from that, I actually thought it was quite good. It was probably one of the better bow and arrows as, you know, sort of things. Look number 2, the look she made. Now, they did comment the fact that this looks like it could have been bought in a store. I mean, they did it as a positive, you know, oh, she made that, oh, it looks like it could have been bought from a store sort of thing, especially from Michelle. It's that sort of thing where you're like, okay, so some of the critiques can go, you know, can be taken either way. Sometimes they'll say it and it'll be it's good, and sometimes they'll say it and it's be bad. I do really like this look. I really like the hair with it. It's very demure, I want to say. Also, looking at it makes me think of ABBA. Don't know if anyone else thinks this. Maybe maybe Scott-Claus should have worn this in the first episode. No, I do. It gives me sort of ABBA vibes, and I think what it is, it's the makeup and the hair. Could just be me, but I mean, I really like this look. I thought it was really good. Vanity Milan. I honestly didn't really get camper from this. And I still don't. It looks like she had a bodysuit with boots and she went, oh my god, I need something for campers. Let me throw a couple of bags on. Let me throw sort of like this thing on that could be like a sleeping bag or something and we'll be fine. But it's the thing is, if you took the like cape jacket away and the bags, I actually think it would be a really good look. Still would not say anything to do with campers for me, but I think the look would be a lot better. Vanity's second look, that shoe should not be on that outfit. It really shouldn't. And excuse me, I don't like the fact that you can see the corset in this one. For me, it was okay with Krystal's because it was all sort of like that, the pattern of the fabric that the rest of the outfit was, and all you had was the dots from the corset. This one is literally just a whole strip. You can tell like it's just not been covered at all. And I wish the ropes had gone like actually down, rather than a little bit over the skirt and then just like loads of the skirt just there. Wasn't my favourite. Veronica Green, sadly dearly departed. It looks like she has like airplane seat belts on her. See, I kind of get what she was going for. I feel like maybe she needed a prop or two to go with it. But I still understood that it was like festival. I don't go to festivals. But yeah, the judges didn't really like this look. I mean, it's definitely not the best look she's had. The one she made, it's a lot. Like, I really like the makeup at the top and I love the hands. I don't like the kites on it. And I feel like it maybe would have gone better if she hadn't spent so much time helping, like Krystal on that. Because there really is no shape around, like, the body itself. It's literally just, like, fabric and then it goes out at the bottom. Whereas I feel like what she could have done is, because she's kind of, like, put them all like that all the way up. I feel like if she had maybe done that, like, at the bottom bit and then kind of done, like, flat colours going up, and then she could have maybe done more at the top. And then just having that bit in between, it would have created maybe more of a shape again. But then, like, the bottom bit, like, there's bits here where you can see where the underskirt is, which you obviously really shouldn't be able to see. It's sad because, I mean, Veronica said that, you know, in hindsight, well, retrospectively, she probably shouldn't have gone back to season 3, and it's difficult because I see where she's coming from. Like, you know, if you're not in the headspace, you know, you maybe shouldn't go back. But at the same time, I'm sat there going, but if you didn't go back then, that was maybe your only opportunity to go back for, like, a normal season. But it is what it is. You know, she came back. She didn't do as well as she knows she could have. And, you know, that's it, unfortunately. I don't know who I'm rooting for. I quite like Scarlett Harlot. My mum and my other half don't really like her. I think they think she's a bit too hyperactive. I really love Choriza. I love Kitty Scott-Claus. I do and I don't like Ella Vaday. It's got a nice bum. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the judges are sleeping on Kitty Scott-Claus. I don't feel like she's getting the appreciation that she deserves. But yeah, we had two eliminations this week, technically, Veronica and Victoria. I mean, you know, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 left. 8 left. It'll be interesting to see what happens next week. Next week's the girl group challenge. Well, this week's the girl group challenge. So that's going to be interesting. Because we've got Emma Bunton guest judging and Steps will be appearing in the workroom. My mum's going to be very happy about that. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see Kitty Scott-Claus at least make it to the end. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, it could be... It's kind of anyone's game. Part of me feels like they're trying to push for Krystal to win. And honestly, she's not got the right personality for me. I don't think she's got a winner's personality yet. I think she needs to do some more growing. I just don't think she's quite there yet. But... yeah, tell me down below, who are you rooting for now that Veronica and Victoria have gone? I mean, you know, 2 heavy hitters just, yeah, gone in one episode. Let me know down below, who are you rooting for, or who do you want to be in your top 3? I'll give you 3 people. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and until then, I'm going to go diamond, and I will see you lovely people next time. See ya! Oh, my voice is going.